This is VOA News. I'm Scott Walterman. Explosions in Gaza on Thursday night as fighting continues between Israel and Hamas. Hamas is a U.S. designated terrorist organization. It comes as United Nations experts on Thursday called for a humanitarian ceasefire, saying that Palestinian people in Gaza are at, quote, a grave risk of genocide. Here's Reuters correspondent Matthew Laratonda.
In southern Gaza, where Israel ordered people to flee from the north, airstrikes and artillery shelling is making what is already a hellscape that much worse, with growing health risks like raw sewage spreading disease. This young girl is saying she has a headache and her stomach hurts. Her mother is sick from drinking polluted water. Israel has blocked off all power and fuel supply to Gaza and has allowed in only a trickle of food and medicine as it presses its siege.
Reuters correspondent Matthew Laratonda, who says on Thursday Israel's military said it was talking to medical agencies about setting up field hospitals for civilians in southern Gaza, first for the wounded and then for specialized care. An armed drone was shot down on Thursday over Harir military base hosting U.S. forces in northern Iraq. This is according to two security sources who told Reuters it was not clear if the foiled attack caused any damage or casualties yet. Federal agents raided the home of a top fundraiser and longtime confidant for New York City Mayor Eric Adams. This is VOA News. Thousands of people swamped Pakistan's main northwestern border crossing, trying to cross into Afghanistan on Thursday, a day after Reuters correspondent Freddie Joyner says was the Pakistan government's deadline for undocumented foreigners to leave.
Pakistani authorities began rounding up undocumented foreigners hours before the deadline.
We don't want to go to Afghanistan, but these people are not allowing us to stay. My family has been living here for 50 years, but now they are not allowing them to stay.
These people are being very cruel to us. If they'd given us 4 or 5 months more, we could have spent the winter here in comfort. Then, God willing, we would have gone back to our country.
More than 1 million Afghans could have to leave or face arrest and forcible expulsion as a result of the ultimatum delivered by the Pakistan government a month ago.
Reuters correspondent Freddie Joyner, who says more than 4 million Afghans living in Pakistan, the government there estimates 1.7 million are undocumented. Kenyan women and girls are facing a form of online blackmail called sextortion. This occurs when perpetrators threaten to share nude or sexual images or videos of the victim with her friends or family members unless she pays them or gives in to other demands. In the following report, Frances Otamwa talks to some of the victims about their ordeal.
Discovering that the person she could trust had betrayed her by sharing her intimate photos online was devastating for Jamila, not her real name. Her former partner had amassed enough explicit images of her to destroy her reputation. Private images secretly taken during a video call. Telegram's terms of service asks users to agree not to post illegal pornographic content on publicly viewable Telegram channels and bots. But still, users put the platform's content moderation systems to the test. Francis Ontomwa, VOA News, Nairobi, Kenya.
A former gang member who had long boasted of his involvement in the murder of rap legend Tupac Shakur a quarter of a century ago, 25 years ago, pleaded not guilty in a U.S. court on Thursday. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis was charged with back in September over the killing, despite not being the man wielding the weapon in the gang feud in Las Vegas. The 60-year-old Davis, a former member of Compton's Southside Crips gang, has long acknowledged his involvement in the slaying, boasting he was the on-site commander. In Washington, I'm Scott Walterman.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comments section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.